Hi, welcome. You guys know who I am, right? My name is Mr. Middlebrooks, and I have the pleasure of reading you guys a book. This book is called Chef Creole. Very fancy. Are you ready? It says the traditional song adapted by Johnette Downing and illustrated by Deborah Owsley Kader. There was a man from New Orleans, New Orleans, New Orleans. There was a man from New Orleans, and his name was Chef Creole. His hair was made of rice, rice, rice. His hair was made of rice, and his name was Chef Creole. His eyes were made of red beans, red beans, red beans. His eyes were made of red beans, and his name was Chef Creole. His nose was made of okra, okra, okra. His nose was made of okra, and his name was Chef Creole. I love okra. His mouth was made of a praline, praline, praline. His mouth was made of a praline, and his name was Chef Creole. That's good. His body was made of a king cake, king cake, king cake. His body was made of a king cake, and his name was Chef Creole. His arms were made of boudin, boudin, boudin. His arms were made of boudin, and his name was Chef Creole. His fingers were made of cayenne, cayenne, cayenne. His fingers were made of cayenne, and his name was Chef Creole. His legs were made of French bread, French bread, French bread. His legs were made of French bread, and his name was Chef Creole. I love some bread. His feet were made of beignets, beignets, beignets. His feet were made of beignets, and his name was Chef Creole. He played upon a ladle, ladle, ladle. He played upon a ladle, and his name was Chef Creole. What music? There was a man from New Orleans, New Orleans, New Orleans. There was a man from New Orleans, and his name was Chef Creole. Keep up the great work, everybody. Cook me something good to eat, please.